Hi, I'm Prajwal Pai. I'm a singer, music composer, and the owner of R35 Studios. Being a musician, I think the best way I can portray my emotions is through music. I stay inspired, I think, with little things in life. Every little incident in my life inspires me to do something. And the best way that I can portray any emotion is through my music. So, whether it's the smallest thing in my life to the biggest achievement in my life, everything is because of the emotions that I portray to music. And I cannot do it anywhere else. And that's why I think I'm always inspired. I'm inspired by nature, by people around me, by other musicians, my family, my friends. So everything inspires me. I think collaboration is really important for a musician. I think you get to learn a lot when you're working with another person, and you always have a fresh perspective. Otherwise, you're always stuck with a single perspective. I might compose a song and I might think it's like really great, but then when I get another perspective towards it, I know how it's changing somebody's life or how it's affecting the other person who's listening to it. And when it comes to difference in opinion with the bandmates, I think that is also very important because it's like there are so many perspectives coming into one song, and it's just not my song, it's the band song. And something that I might like, my bandmate might not like it, but then we need to decide on what works the best for the band and not individually. And I think it's very important for us to collaborate with other musicians because yeah, it just broadens your perspective about things and it just makes you a better musician, I think. Otherwise you're always stuck up in your own circle of because you have just certain influences that really matter to you, and when you collaborate, this other person is getting in a whole lot of influences to your music that you might have never thought of at all. Something that you might never even thought of adding this kind of a flavor to your music, but then that just gets your song or your music to another whole level. So I think that's really great.
धूप से निकल के छाँव से फिसल के हम मिले जहाँ पर लम्हा थम गया, आसमां पिघल के शीशे में ढल के जम गया तो तेरा चेहरा बन गया। दुनिया भुला के तुमसे मिला हूँ, निकली है दिल से ये दुआ, रंग दे तुम है गेरुआ, रांझे के दिल से है दुआ, रंग दे तुम है गेरुआ, हो निकली है दिल से ये दुआ, हो रंग दे तुम है गेरुआ।
Okay, for a new musician, I think it's very important for him to work with like-minded people, because I think being in a band is, your band is going to be like your family. You're going to spend hours together recording, you're going to spend hours together jamming, you're going to spend hours together traveling and performing shows, you're going to live together sometimes, and it's like a family, and you need that other person to understand you well enough, and only then I think you can make genuine music. Otherwise, it's just gonna be, if you have two very different people who's never gonna agree on the same point, it's very difficult for people to, more than make music, I would say, stick together. I think you need people to be very like-minded for you to stick together as a band, because they need to be your friends first and then your bandmates. That's how I look at it. That helps me make better music when it's I have a comfort zone with my friends where I know they're not judging me, and I know they're going to take my music as in the most unbiased way, and I think it's very important. No, I don't think I would ever get bored of what I do, because I'm doing what I love the most, in life, and I think this is something I do the best. I cannot do anything better than this, and I think this is what I'm meant to do. And yeah, this I have turned my avocation into my vocation, which is very important for a person, because now my hobby has become my profession, which means that I'm always at peace of mind. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I love what I'm doing. And even if I have to write like 10 songs in the day, I'm not under pressure, because I'm just doing what I love doing. That's what comes to me most naturally, and that's what I'm best at. So I would never get bored of what I do.
पश्मीना धागों के संग कोई आज बुरे ख्वाब ऐसे कैसे वादी में गूंजे कहीं नए सांस ये रबाब ऐसे कैसे पश्मीना धागों के संग कलियों ने बदली अभी ये मिसाज एहसास ऐसे कैसे पलकों ने खोले अभी नए राज जज्बात ऐसे कैसे पश्मीना धागों के संग कोई आज बुरे ख्वाब ऐसे कैसे.
For this, I would like to be really grateful to my parents, who've been very supportive of me. And I've come from a family of chartered accountants, business analysts, and bankers, where finance has always been in my family. And yeah, I think that also comes naturally to me. I think I'm good with numbers and calculations. And yeah, my family has always been supportive, whether it was when it was towards my education or with my music. They have always backed me up in whatever I wanted to do. And I have never, by God's grace, I've never been in a point where I had to choose between the two. Yes, I've been in situations where I didn't want to be studying for an exam and do music, but then that's part of life. I had to write those exams to be where I am today. And yeah, I think it's helped me in the part of the business aspect of music also, where I've got better understanding of the way the business industry works, and very little things that people like musicians don't know about in terms of finance of music, in terms of taxation towards music. I think all these are little things which not many people bother about, but knowing them is very important, is what I feel. So that you know exactly how you're working, and how to take music as a profession as well as a business. Yeah. I think my studio is one of my biggest achievements in life. I think it all started off with one computer in one bedroom. Me and my friends from college would come back and jam and try to record. I had no clue of how a recording would happen. I would just sit in front of the computer, and yeah, I was using this software called Cool Edit Pro, which I had downloaded for free that time, and I think it started back then. And yeah, I think the love for recording developed that way, and then the band happened. My first band, Amethyst, happened. And then we started recording. We wanted to record. I think the very reason that I got into recording is because we couldn't afford a recording studio. So we had a sound card, and we thought, okay, why not we do it ourselves? And that got me more into this recording and this production field. And yeah, and I'm really happy from a single bedroom and a single computer to where my studio is now. I'm really happy because I made that happen on my own, and it's been a great journey. And I'm sure people who've come to my studio before and who've come now, they know the difference in my studio and the way it is. And yeah, I'm really happy on where it is. And yeah, the studio is called R35 Studios. So that is also based on a concept that's the root note, the third note, and the fifth note of the scale always forms the perfect harmony of any scale. So, yeah. We're currently working on my band. We are working on a couple of more songs to be released soon. I'm also working on my solo album. I have so many songs written and over the past few years, and I think it's finally time I start putting them out. And I'm working on my solo album as well, and I'm working as a music composer for 2 Kannada movies at the moment, which is I think due to release towards the end of this year. I think music education is very important. I would have personally been really happy if I had the opportunity to learn music and not do the usual mainstream education. And if I had the opportunity to go abroad or study music or study education, music education formally in India, it would have been really great. But then I was lucky to have great musicians around me who helped me learn, and thanks to the internet also. But yeah, if you ever have a chance to learn music formally, please go for it, because it will make a huge difference in terms of you being a musician. Yes, music is a creative process where you're just gonna let your emotions flow freely through music, but it's also very important to know the theory aspect of it. It's just gonna make you a better musician. It's always better to know the theory aspect of it, and then put your creativity to it to enhance your song or enhance your music. And I think it's very important. Yeah, let's make some music.